everyone, I'm feeling much better, and I am wondering how you all have been doing. Make sure you subscribe, hit like if you like the videos, and ring the bell so you get notified when I make my next video. I want to talk about my troubles that I've been having basically these 2 weeks that we've had crazy coronavirus plays and how I've missed out on basically all of it. Not that I wasn't prepared, but I was kind of not prepared at the same time. So let me go over my trades real quick on TraderSync, and let's start with there. You'll notice that I have pretty big losses, 12%, 9, 7, 14. I think I still need to add these on Profitly. I had to get a new cell phone because my storage space is filled up with stock pictures and my kid. So that's why I've been slow with adding these, and simply because I forgot because I've been busy. But these percentages are just extremely high for me. I cut my losses quick, and unfortunately, these were as quick as I could cut them. I was using Stocks to Trade's integrated broker with E-Trade, and when I would type in my order, it was super delayed. I don't know if this is a normal issue. We were emailing back and forth. It couldn't figure out if it was on my end or their end, so who knows. Um, but with all this market volatility, Stocks to Trade is trying to keep up with it all since it's still kind of new software. And I would type in my buy, and just nothing was happening. I couldn't cancel it as it was changing. I couldn't take my profits. I couldn't cut my losses. It was just a huge inconvenience, and I was just frustrated because I was, well, in Toka for TOCA, for example. I don't remember exactly which day it was, but it was one where it was spiking at the end of it. Oh, I guess it was roughly 2 weeks ago, I think. But I bought it, I believe, at. Oh, there's the crack. Oh, there we go. Don't mind that. It was this day. Let me zoom in. Oh, it was way back here on the 6th. Wow. Okay, so, oh, I was buying it right in here in 278-ish. I finally got my buy order. I was trying to get in right around here after it broke out near the into the close, and my goal was to sell it into the threes, which it did hit 3. Um, and then I tried selling it like 294 right in here because I just wanted to take my profits. That was no overnight risk, and it just made sense to me. And then I was all excited when Tim said, "Oh wow, look at the strong close on Toka," and then he's like, "Oh, but I wouldn't be holding it overnight." That was my last YouTube video, and I asked you guys, well, is this a good trade? Is it a bad trade? What do you guys think? Some of you were in it as well. Well, I tried taking my profits, but it was so delayed I could not get executed. I was so. I wasn't too panicked, but I didn't intend to take it overnight, or over the weekend, what had happened. Yeah, it was over the weekend. And so I ended up waking up, or trying to sell all the way until the after hours close. Could not figure out why I couldn't get executed. I left it there, and I just couldn't even get executed, and I was trying to sell it at like 284. It had no problem hitting those. It wasn't until later when I posted this on Profitly that someone let me know that apparently Stocks to Trade doesn't do after hours or pre-market trading. I didn't know that. I don't know where to look it up to find out about that information. I could definitely email them and ask, but I figured my way around it about last week, end of last week. But yeah, I even woke up at 1 in the morning my time, and whew, that's tough. And so I had alarms set every half hour in case I fell back asleep. They'd wake me up again. Nope, I was wide awake trying to get out of this thing. I saw that. Well, I was up at 1:13 because I thought pre-market was at 4:30 in the morning, not 4. But still, I was trying to sell all pre-market, couldn't get executed, and I just started seeing it panicking. And it's like, are you kidding me? I was up my 30 cents, 20 cents roughly, 30, whatever, and I've just been trying to take safe profits. What's going on? My sell orders in this entire time, I'm trying for hours, nothing's happening. And then finally, right at market open, like $2.42, I think it was. Ooh, sorry. I finally got executed right at the open, and I was not happy. That's where you see my 12% loss. That should have been a win, but I was unprepared by not knowing that I couldn't trade pre-market or after hours, and using the broker integration with this crazy volatile market. Apparently, it's extremely delayed. I don't know if anyone else is having this issue. It could be on my end. I don't know. That's what I was dealing with there. Same went for HDII, and oh my god, I'm so sorry. Um, yeah, same happened with all these stocks. For HDII, I was trying to get executed. I'm trying to remember that trade. I think I was trying to buy it back in here because it was the same day. Let me check. Let's see. On the 6th is what it was. Yeah, same day. I was super excited because I. Oh, yep, no. I remember what it was now. It was spiking back on the 6th. Yeah, this is the 6th. I was trying out this new triangle pattern, which I swear it was right here that I was looking. It started spiking right here. It went all the way up here. I was trying to take my profits. I didn't even wait for it to get that high. It was right around here that I was trying to take my profits. And again, I couldn't get executed. And I ended up with another loss. And I tried cutting that one as quick as possible. Wasn't working. And then on AIM, I was a little bit fortunate. Let's see here. On this day, the stocks were spiking pretty nicely. I think that one reached several 100%. And I was waiting. Yep, there's my lines. It was perfect, but I was feeding my kid. I know Tim said don't be distracted that day, and I was prepared, except for stocks to trade. I couldn't get executed, and then until I did, and it's like, okay, so this one I tried a couple times. And I think it was right in here, or it was right in here. I think it was right in here, because, yep, uh, it spiked like crazy right there. I was waiting for the first panic. I couldn't get executed. Yeah. I put in my buy order wasn't getting filled, and then it already spiked up, and I wasn't gonna chase this. I'm like, okay, I'll wait and see how this stock goes. And then it formed the triangle pattern that I'm trying to learn from Dan Irish. If you go follow him, he's Day Trade Recaps with a Z. I watch his videos over and over and over when I'm not studying on Profitly 10 Sex's 6,000 plus video lessons. But you'll see, I should have waited a little bit longer. I just typed in my order. I got filled. It wasn't quick, but I jumped the gun a little bit, and then it panicked down. Well, I tried cutting my losses as quick as I could. Stock kept going down. I couldn't get out. Luckily, the stock kept coming back up, and I was just frustrated because I think that's where it was. Because at one point I was up 40 cents. I do remember that. I was up 40 cents, and then it panicked down, so then I was down 50 cents or maybe a little bit more. Then it started coming back up, and I was just trying to get out, and I finally, eventually, I cut my losses when it let me, and that's how I ended up with a $10 loss, 7%, instead of way bigger, because honestly, it could have been way bigger, and I couldn't get out. This is why cutting losses is so important. Not to mention that I was pretty sick on top of this, and I was taking care of my kid, and well, I do that every day, but it's my first time being pretty dang sick and taking care of a kid. So and then having these issues, it was a lot of firsts for me. And so cutting your losses quickly is extremely important. Having a software that can get you executed in and out pretty quickly is so important. Um, which led me to my next trade. I kept thinking like, oh, well, it's really volatile. Stocks to Trade has never done this to me. I've been paper trading for a while, and I've always been pretty consistent. Like, it's been pretty consistent. What is going on? And I could not figure it out for the life of me. And I was trying to do a video on this um, last week, but I wasn't feeling well, so sorry guys. um, but yeah, it was on the 6th probably again. AYTO. Oh no, it was the 11th. Okay, so the 11th. I figured it's been a couple days. Stocks to Trade should be good now, or oh my goodness, I'm gonna put you guys to sleep. I'm sorry, I haven't had my nap today. But on this one, I was also up again, and I'm trying to remember exactly. I've been working on this triangle pattern, and I think it was like right here, maybe? Could have been right in here. I should have drawn my lines, or drawn, I should have drawn my lines. And I think it was right there. I might have jumped the gun, and I couldn't cut my losses quick again. So I was in at 230. Oh, okay. I don't know what just happened. Okay. 230. Okay, so I was actually in back here. I think, man, I don't even remember this trade. Don't trade while you're sick. So I just remember that I was up trying to take profits, and then all of a sudden I couldn't get executed, and so I ended up taking the biggest loss. And after losing 14%, I had enough. And seeing it so blatantly in front of me, I love TraderSync because it's just right here. It's so simple, and it's just in your face. And having 14.35% loss. Um, I couldn't handle it anymore. I was like, you know what? Tim Sykes even uses E-Trade Pro because he says when he's recording, the software doesn't work. Stocks trade software doesn't work, and when there's terrible Wi-Fi, he uses E-Trade Pro. So I'm like, you know what? Everyone's staying home now because of the coronavirus. My parents saying that maybe everyone's staying home, stealing all my Wi-Fi. I'm gonna get E-Trade Pro. So I downloaded that, and I tried getting it ready that night and having it ready for the next morning. I stayed up way too late and was so exhausted the next morning, and I didn't quite have that figured out. And so uh, INO was basically a practice trade. I had it perfectly when I was watching it. Um, I was really happy with it, and I just simply I didn't want to lose at that point, and so I wanted to get over that. I put in my notes. You'll see that it said chased because frankly, I did, but it was on purpose too, if that makes any sense. What day was that? INO the 12th. Okay, so I have to go back. Yeah, sorry, I'm still not super hyper. I'm tired. I just got back from a long walk with my mom and my kiddo. Oh wow, this stock's been busy. So INO on the 12th. So right in here. Oh, it was so beautiful. Um, I was practicing that triangle pattern. I'm trying to just get an eye for it, and it was down here. Yeah, I think it was right here because I was drawing the lines and it spiked up just perfectly. I watched it, I'm like, okay, but it's still pretty high, so I'm not going to chase. And then I just did that all the way as it was going all the way up to here. Actually, I think it was right around there. Because I finally got in at 975. Yep, I watched it spike all the way up there, and finally 975. It was like a dip somewhere in here, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy in, and I took a small loss. I was practicing with E-Trade Pro. I wanted to make sure I could get in and I could get out. I only had a small 10 shares. But I was able to cut my losses quickly, and that made me so happy, and it got me over my fear of losing. Um, I don't like to lose, especially since, as you can see, I've lost real money. It was $118. Um, and it sucks, especially when you're up 40 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents, and you're trying to take profits, and it wasn't my fault, and I'm all for taking responsibility for all this stuff. Um, but I made those changes. I realized it wasn't with me because my statistics, if you look on Profitly, are showing that I take great losses. They're very small. As you can see, 82 cent or 80.82%. That's normal for me. That's recoverable amount. And I wasn't afraid to take a loss after that. What I did want to start doing is taking profits. But what I'm having trouble with is seeing that it's up maybe 5, 10 cents, or not 10 cents, because usually 10 cents and above is about my goal to taking profits and being happy with it. So it's less than 10 cents above my buy order that I do have troubles taking profits, and I'm working on that. VXRT is a trade that I actually did today. I need to upload these on Profitly still. I bought in at 187 and it spiked up to 193. And I kept telling myself if it doesn't get past 193, I'm going to sell it at 190. At least it's a little profit. I'm not getting greedy. I'm going to sell it. I gotta live greedy. Which mistake I need to put as greedy, so I'll actually do that now. You'll see it live. Well, not live, but greedy. See, it's as simple as that. Oh, I didn't press enter. Greedy, enter. There, I got greedy. So now you'll see greedy right there. Uh, it was up a few cents. I didn't take it. I sold for a small loss, but I cut my losses quickly, so that is totally acceptable. And then GNPX, oh, that was great. It was going up. I bought. I'm on. I used my other laptop. I used this laptop that I just got. This has Stocks to Trade Pro on it. I use this laptop for E-Trade recording. I'm still trying to get that all organized. But I drew my lines on there, so I'm looking at the profit chart on this laptop, and I have it on E-Trade Pro here on this laptop as well, and I'm watching it. I have my triangle pattern drawn out right here, and I'm ready. Looks a little different on this one. I think it was, I can't remember. It's somewhere in here. Oh, I guess it would have been more of a channel, but it looked different on my other laptop for some reason. Oh, like is that? I don't know. It just looks a little different. And so I saw it spiking up. I got in at 285 and it reached 295, and it's like, yes, I'm going to take my profits right there. Yeah, that's exactly where I was in. And my kid was right here laying on me and sleeping. I'm like, yes, I'm going to finally make back some of my losses. And I clicked my sell order. I put it in for 294. I'm okay. Yeah. I just clicked on it, and it was after it just started going down a little bit. So it's at 293. I have it at 294. It's not going up. My kid's kicking me, and so I have to hurry up, cancel the sell, and I'm just like, you know what? It's already going down. I ended up selling right in here um, for 285. I made 21 cents. um, so I am making back my losses, not the way I was trying. But that one, I was starting to type it in for 293 to start taking it. That win. Um, that one's kind of my fault for being a bit greedy. Kind of because my kid was kicking me, waking up. But at least I'm happy I was on the right track because I checked this after hours and it spiked. My goal was just for it to, excuse me, reach back. Oh, great, now the hiccups. Reach back up into the threes, potentially break out. If it couldn't break out above this, my goal was to sell it. What was my risk? Well, if I was at 285, I cut losses quickly, so I was using about 276 as support, but because of my losses, I figured my kid's awake, I'm just gonna try and get out for break even because, frankly, he has been a handful lately, and I couldn't bring my laptop out there and watch this trade because in case it just panicked like TOCA has done, I needed to be right there, and frankly, it was an executive decision that I had to make. So this is what I've been dealing with. I am trying these new patterns. I've been reading candlestick charting. My book's over there, so I can't see what the exact title is, but it's by Steve Neeson. I 100% recommend it because I'm learning about all these tops and how to actually read these candlesticks legitimately. Um, and I am just getting along, and it looks like I probably missed out on all that great volatility was still kind of watching. Congratulations, all of you, for making all those gains. Um, Sorry for yawning so much during this video, and, and I'm sorry. um, Make sure you're tracking all your trades on TraderSync, and then show your full transparency on Profitly. I highly recommend using Stocks to Trade for finding the top percent gainers, because eTrade Pro, I'm just using so that way I can see when I'm executed, I can get executed, it's working. When Stocks to Trade isn't, I see why Tim Sykes uses it. Um, it just helps to have multiple resources, and you can't go wrong. Um, Leave me a comment. What trading journal do you use? What software are you using to find your trades? How are you finding your trades? How are you getting executed? Are you live trading now? Are you paper trading? What are your emotions behind it? Leave comments. Follow me on social media, Tessa Lamping. Uh, I want to know how you guys are doing with this coronavirus and staying home and having all this time to trade and study. I've been just trying to adapt and get everything set up so I could trade like I've been normally trading again, back when I was paper trading. Let me know. Do you think paper trading is useful? I sure do. Um, Ring the bell, subscribe, follow me on social media, and I just want to know what you guys think. These are my thoughts. Sorry it's a long video. I don't have any positions overnight, and I am just watching the top percent gainers for tomorrow. Um, and Sorry I didn't post my watch list on Profitly. Honestly, it's getting hard posting them in the mornings. I'll try and do one um, in the evenings, maybe in the morning still. There's just, with my kid getting bigger, it's a little bit difficult, and adjusting to these two new laptops and with this software, I probably won't leave as much commentary, maybe just the stocks and some ideas. But I've been really trying to do this triangle pattern that Dan Irish talks about. I highly recommend Day Trade Recaps. Go check that out, because I've been finding success in it, even though my profits aren't showing it yet. Anyways, I hope you have a great night. I'm gonna go make some dinner with my mom and my kiddo. See you guys later.